Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining us again. Now we have I hope that you have an interesting experience with networking online with your colleagues, with your stakeholders around the world, especially between Saudi and Pakistan. A lot of good, talented, top CEOs, directors, and very key players I can see in my audience list right now. Thank you, each and every one of you, for joining. And now we have the pleasure and honor that we have a very esteemed guest from the authority that is responsible to promote tourism in Pakistan, called Pakistan Tourism Development Corporation. Please join me welcoming Mr. Malik Babar Javed, who is the project director and program director, as well as the representative of all the initiatives that the government is taking in terms of promoting Pakistan. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Salman Saab.
All right, so good stuff. So I think, as we said, it's a very casual interaction between the stakeholders of Pakistan and Saudi tourism. So let's start with Mr. Malik Babar, requesting him to explain us initially what exactly the government of Pakistan is doing to promote tourism and why Pakistan is an important destination. As this year, Forbes also put Pakistan as one of the desired destinations, top desired destinations in the world. So, sir, please enlighten us in terms of why a tourist should come to Pakistan.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, I would like to thank you, Salman Saab, and his organization, Fundik, for arranging this wonderful event. We are all getting used to online events, meetings, and I think this technology provides us this opportunity to keep interacting with each other from distant places. With regards to Government of Pakistan's tourism initiatives, there are 3-4 things that I would briefly mention. First of all, government is in the process of creating an enabling environment for tourism industry in the country. As you might, most of the people in Pakistan would understand that tourism was not a priority area for different governments in the past due to number of reasons. However, this government places tourism at the top of priority list, and it has taken a number of initiatives in that regard. For instance, Pakistan's tourism brand was non-existent. There was no brand Pakistan. Many countries had their brands. Government started developing a brand, and I'm very pleased to inform you at this platform that brand Pakistan has been developed, which will be launched by none other than Prime Minister himself, inshallah, immediately after Ramadan. Provided the COVID situation does not get even further worse. This will be launched by the Prime Minister in a national event, which will be then followed by a national and international marketing campaign to tell the people what type of Pakistan tourism destination is. It is important for the audience to understand that Pakistan is one of the best kept secrets of Asia. Due to its strategic position, there were very few international tourists that have visited Pakistan so far. So most of the things are untouched. Most of the destinations are untouched. The menu of tourism products is wide. It provides you a taste of cosmopolitan cities like Karachi, like Lahore, like Islamabad. Then if you travel from Islamabad only 1 hour towards the north, there is a town called Murree. And you will hardly find anywhere in the world that in Islamabad, the capital of Pakistan, the temperature in summer is around 40 Celsius. And after 1 hour drive, you will find yourself in a very pleasant, cool environment where you might have to wear sweaters and jackets. Similarly, Pakistan hosts 8 of the top highest mountains. It also has K2, which is the second highest mountain in the world. It has deserts. It has desert safaris. It has 5 rivers. The coastal line of Pakistan is one of the most beautiful in the world, which is unexplored, and we are in the process of taking number of initiatives. The tourism products, as I mentioned, are wide and many. From the platform of OIC, Organization of Islamic Countries, we have already taken an initiative along with other member countries to promote halal tourism. So Pakistan is one of the countries for tourists of Muslim countries where they can come with their families, where they can enjoy the nature, they can enjoy a wide array of cuisine and food. Pakistani people are one of the most hospitable people. I will move to my presentation, but I would like to tell that the steps that the government has taken are historic. For instance, in Pakistan, there was manual visa system. So any country, any tourist that had to come to Pakistan had to go to Embassy of Pakistan or High Commission of Pakistan to apply for a visa. So for the first time, e-visa system has been introduced for all 193 countries. With that, visa on arrival is offered to 50 countries. And I'm pleased to inform that Saudi Arabia is one of those countries where citizens of Saudi Arabia can come to Pakistan on using the facility of visa on arrival. So the country is ready to welcome the tourists, domestic as well as international, and for that all necessary arrangements have been made. I would also like to inform you that the government has initiated to develop a number of new tourist destinations. These tourist destinations are spread across the country. In Balochistan, for example, the Balochistan Coastal Development Authority has been given the assignment to develop coastal areas. In Punjab, you might have seen that the Prime Minister has inaugurated already the Nandana Fort, where Al-Biruni came from the Middle East and invented the circumference of the world. With that, 5 new destinations are being developed in the province of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Similarly, Gilgit-Baltistan, we are in the process of developing a number of different destinations. I'm also pleased to inform that direct international flights will be initiated in Skardu from 30th of June this year. So if you want to see the mountains, if you want to see the north of Pakistan, you can directly fly to Skardu, and that airport will be converted into an international airport, and you will be able to visit all these places. So I can continue for a very long time because we have so many initiatives, but I will let Salman Saab to move to the next session.
Sir, really honored the way that you explain everything to us. It's an amazing opportunity. And to be very honest, I spend most of my time in Saudi Arabia, as well as I spend time in Pakistan as well. Believe me or not, the both countries have so much to offer. And I see right now it's an extraordinary opportunity in terms of the Saudi tourists to come and visit Pakistan as soon as after 17th of May. The travel lockdown will be removed, inshallah, from the Saudi. Pakistan is ready to receive the Saudi families, the tourists, and we are waiting for our sisters and brothers to come and join us here. So, having said that, sir, thank you very much for joining us today. Really appreciate. We are moving on to our next sessions. But before that, I will see if I can show your presentation very quickly so you can just browse it through 5 minutes and then we will close your session. So let me see if I can share my screen. Give me a second, sir, please. Okay, so my screen is shared now. So let's see, go to the presentation, and here is the presentation, sir. So if you can just quickly browse it through, that will be very helpful.
So, the restructuring and revamping of Pakistan Tourism Development Corporation is one of the important aspects. It basically tells what is the government's policy with regards to tourism. And I would like to inform the participants of this meeting that the most important pillar of government policy with regards to tourism is give the leading role to the private sector. So organizations like Fundic, hospitality organizations of Pakistan, or even the organizations from different countries and from Saudi Arabia, we want them to take charge and reduce the role of the government to become a facilitator and a supporter of the private sector, and to limit government's role only to branding, marketing, facilitation. And some of the steps that I've mentioned here, I briefly mentioned earlier also, is the development of brand Pakistan. I mentioned that I'm not going to disclose what is the brand because we want some sense of surprise around that. And inshallah, when we launch, you will like that. Similarly, I mentioned about e-visa facility already. I did mention about visa on arrival for 50 countries, including Saudi Arabia. Another important pillar of Pakistan's tourism strategy is promotion of religious harmony. And when we say religious harmony, it means that Pakistan hosts holiest places of Sikh religion and also of Buddhist religion. So we would like followers of these religions to also come to Pakistan and visit their places. Can we move to the next slide, please?
Yes, please. Can you see it, sir?
With that,
Yeah.
I can see that. With that, it is important that we design a framework under which the tourism will be developed in the next 5 to 10 years. And in that regard, government has developed national tourism strategy for 2020-2030. Although this is not a public document yet, but along with the brand, this will be launched and shared with all stakeholders. Usually, many governments are able to develop strategies, but then the actions are missing. So, to ensure that every step is implemented in letter and spirit, a 5-year action plan has also been developed with clear roles and responsibilities. A national tourism e-portal has also been developed, which will be again launched with the brand Pakistan, where all tourist information will be available just at a click of a button. So visa related information, hotel booking, tour packages, weather information, currency information. So all the information that usually a tourist look for will be available on this national tourism e-portal. I am also very pleased to tell the participants that we have developed national minimum standards for tourism and hospitality sector. Why so? Because we want the tourists to get the value for money when they visit Pakistan. So all the hotels, restaurants, and tour operators will have to follow these standards, which are based on best international practices. So these have also been developed and now are in the printing phase, and which will be again launched by the government of Pakistan. Pakistan has also developed a tourism development endowment fund. Government of Pakistan has given 1 billion rupees fund in this, and with the basic objective to inform the world what type of destination Pakistan is in collaboration with private sector and provincial and regional governments.
Sir, I think with due respect to the time, I think this is a very insightful information. We all appreciate the work that you and your department and your company is doing, and we would like to connect with you, the stakeholders, the private sector, the investors, as well as the tourism experts. So we all together we can work and we can enhance this, and especially we would like to see some attractions and packages and targeted campaigns for the Saudi visitors to Pakistan. We would like to see their visa processes streamlined. We would like to see their integration and their alignment in terms of what kind of requirements they have when they visit Pakistan. We would like to be very specific in mapping that. And I would be, along with any other stakeholders and attendees in this session, would like to connect. Let's put together some sort of action plans, and we go after that targeted market of tourism between Saudi Arabia and Pakistan. Similarly, we will look at the outbound as well as inbound. So happy to serve and having you here on the session today. I know it's a national holiday. I appreciate your time and your commitment. Thank you very much. I'm very pleased to connect with you, sir.
Thank you very much for this opportunity, and I would request you to share with us the reports of this meeting, and if there are any recommendations that the government should follow, so you're welcome to share such recommendations, suggestions that we can always include in our policy decisions. Thank you very much.
Excellent, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. You have given a very good video that I will be playing later on, inshallah. Okay?
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Take care. Thank you. All right, audience, there will be a 5 minutes break. We will be bringing our next presenter from Hasho Hospitality Group, one of the largest, actually they are the largest destination management hospitality company in Pakistan. A lot of insightful information. Stay tuned, and we will be back in, inshallah, at 1 o'clock Pakistan time after maybe 5-6 minutes. So take care of yourself. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Malik Saab. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.